Hi guys, how you doing? Hey, wow. All right, I got to backtrack here. Hey Gary, Judy, Nightmare, good to see you. Contact me. Um, yeah, Nightmare, send me a message. We'll get you scheduled. Hi Deb. Oh, hopefully you'll be able to stay on a little bit longer. Hey Levon, Crystal, and let me see. Oh, Melvin, Leonard, Dave. How's Dee Dee? She's in our prayers. Let me scroll down here. Okay, thanks, Nightmare. All right. Ooh, okay. A little discombobulated here. I can imagine, Dave. That's, oh my. Hey, Mark, good to see you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yes. Hulk, smash that like button, please. Or else Monkey Wench will get mad. You don't want to see me mad. So Hulk, smash that like button, okay? The thumbs up button. Make sure. Yes. Thank you. All right. Yeah, sorry about last week. I was just exhausted and it just didn't happen last week. So I'm sorry. But in the meantime, we are here. We're back. We'll get things going. Yes. Debbie, thanks, Crystal. Yeah, Debbie is my sister, and yes, she's she's seen and experienced me mad. Okay, all right. Let's go over uh, the business first before we get into what's going on, and I'm hoping that yeah, I'll be able to get somebody on, and maybe even you, Nightmare, if you feel up to it. I'll send a link and just come on tonight. So tell you what, I'm going to copy the invitation. So there. And Nightmare, if you feel up to coming on tonight, we'll just go ahead and do it. But in the meantime, let me get through. Oh, okay. We'll arrange it for another time, though, Nightmare, okay? All righty. Let's see. Back to business. Let's see. Okay, our campouts. We've got 2 campouts so far that are scheduled, and hopefully some of you can make it. The first one is at the end of April 24th through the 27th. That is at Michaud State Forest. That's in south central Pennsylvania, right along the Maryland border. And that's located in Cumberland County, Pennsylvania. It's for any details on this, unfortunately, I cannot give out the exact campground right here on this public forum. All the details. Hey, Pat, good to see you. Yeah, all the details are in the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project group, and that's on Facebook. If you are not already a member, please join. And just remember, there are 3 questions. In order to join, you have to answer all 3 questions. Okay, otherwise you will be declined. That's to keep out the trolls, and the bots. So please answer those 3 questions. Hey, Southern Belle, good to see you. And let's see, the second camp out that we've got coming up is June 19 through the 22nd. That is in the Allegheny National Forest. That is in northern Pennsylvania, right along the New York border. And I will not give out the exact campground. You have to join the group in order to get the location. All right, sorry about that, guys. Allegheny National Forest. There's quite a few different campgrounds in that. Oh, thank you. Okay, Art, let's see. These 3 questions, the others, other side. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not understanding your question, Art. I'm sorry. Hey, Jerry. Good to see you. Man, yeah, sorry I couldn't make it to your podcast last night. Melvin? Oh, okay. All right, Art. Okay. Let's see. The additional Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project campouts. Oh, okay, Art. I'm sorry. It just went phew. I'm sorry. Yeah, the additional campouts, they are in the planning stages, and they'll be announced in the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project Facebook group. I'm kind of planning on like every other month, and in the in-between months, I may throw in another camp out, like out of state or something, because we do travel out of state. There's a few campgrounds, a few state parks that are on my bucket list for in nearby states and neighboring states of West Virginia and Ohio, and I really want to get in there. And I've got friends all over, and heck, if I can travel further out, yeah, we will. And I'll invite whoever wants to come along. Hey, Blackie, good to see you. Yeah, West Virginia, I know, Melvin. There's so many campgrounds, so many state parks that I want to visit. My family, my mother's side of the family, are West Virginia hillbillies. And, they're in, let's see, near Morgantown is where they're at. And, I've been to, a few of the areas down to around Fairmont. But I do want to get a little bit further out. So, if you know of any, and I know that there's quite a few dispersed campsites, because there's a YouTube channel that I watch, and he travels all over the U.S. and lists and reviews these motorized dispersed, the free campgrounds, free and cheap. Okay, I Need Nature. You heard there was a sighting in Wampum recently. That's where I live. If there was, man, I wish somebody would tell me. I haven't seen any recently. The ones that are around where I'm at. Um, yeah, the one, although I think the one that I've seen around here, he's a big gray Bigfoot. He's been seen over in Mahoning Town area by another guy, and uh, I investigated his place, and that was sometime during the summer. Okay, you tried to Google it, couldn't find anything. Well, I need nature. If you do hear anything, uh, send me a message. Let me know, please. Oh, what's the population of Wampum? It's a small town. Um, but then, my address is Wampum, but I live out in farm country, back behind it. Yeah, there's the Wampum tunnels, Wampum caves. Um, they're the old limestone caves um, they use for storage now. Um, but I know years ago there was one seen there, and there was another one that was seen along some of the rails to trails. Okay, Levon, Mary, do you know any researcher here? Let me put that up here. Do you know any researcher that uses bionic ears to sit on top of the vehicles? Do you mean the kind that'll kind of like suction cup onto the vehicles? Yeah, but way out west, um, Texas, Oklahoma areas. I remember one of the guys using that. Oh, okay, thank you, Mark. You looked it up. 546. Yeah, I'm in a township neighboring the town of Wampum. Squatch and holler, you're riding shotgun high as a kite. You feel 15 again. Well, God bless you. Oh, man. Okay, built on top of. Okay. Oh, built on top of. Interesting. Um, yeah, Mike Familiant, I think he's out of New Jersey, in search of the big red eye. I think that he did that. Okay, you're in Rogers. Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with Rogers. Um, heck yeah, yeah. The big um, not festival. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, all right. Oh, okay. Thank you, Pat. You believe Michael Waldy? Yeah, I'm not familiar with him. My goodness, you guys. Yeah, Patrick. They store records there. Yeah, there's a huge record depository there, and also they have a thing where you can ride your ATV through the rougher sections of the old tunnels. It's all creek, water and rocks and everything, and it's pretty cool. And nearby is the Pittsburgh Raceway, where they have, the big race cars, the ones where they go drifting and all kinds of fun stuff up there. Okay. Oh my, Jersey in the house. Okay, who's here from Jersey? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the flea market. I tell you, my mind just goes blank. Yeah, Deb, it's more than just a big flea market. It is a huge flea market. I love it, love it, love it. Just haven't been able to go there in a few years. Okay, interesting, Levon. Wow. Yeah, if you guys are ever in the Rogers, um, Ohio area, general area, there's a lot of great bigfooting around there. I can tell you that. Fantastic bigfooting. And, there's a huge, absolutely huge flea market. Yeah, Beaver Creek State Park. I had a sighting there. When was that? 2015 is where I saw, well, quite frankly, the largest Bigfoot that I've ever seen was near Beaver Creek State Park, a few miles south of there towards East Liverpool. And yeah, that one, I will put his height at a conservative 10 foot, but I'm quite confident he was taller than 10 foot. And that was, just outside of Beaver Creek State Park. There's a lot going on in that area, a lot. Okay, interesting. Squatch and holler. All right, let me finish my news here and tell you what, guys. I will post the invitation again just in case anyone wants to come on. It's an open invitation. I'll bring you on. Okay. Let's see. Southeast Ohio Sasquatch Bigfoot Investigations, I think is what the letters stand for. SOSBI, SOSBI. They have campouts every month at Salt Fork State Park. And that's in Ohio. And I highly recommend, if you're in the area, go attend because Salt Fork is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Although they do have some fracking going on. So that might affect the activity some. But their campouts, let's see, they're on Facebook. So just look up SOSBI and or else message me. I can give you more information. That's hosted by SOSBI and run by Doug Waller. And so, again, I highly recommend going if you can. Let's see. This is old stuff here. Order your official Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project merchandise through me personally. You can email me. My email, if you scroll up in the conversation there, my email address is there. Or else message me on Facebook Messenger. I've got t-shirts with our logo, hoodies, ball caps, patches, decals, license plates, all kinds of stuff, So if you want something, send me a message. Also, if you want an autographed copy of my book, What I've Learned About Bigfoot, 50 Years and Counting, send me a message It's $20 including shipping, and I'll personally autograph it to you, and you can have that. It's available on Amazon, but it will not be autographed because it's printed directly through Kindle and mailed directly to you from the printer. Oh, Mark, what's going on? Oh, I noticed last night you were having some problems, so I hope everything's okay. Let's see. Prayer requests. If you have any prayer requests, send me a message, or else you can just put here, in the comments section, that put it all in capitals, so I can see it. Oh, thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. Just put it in capital letters so that I can see it. Just ask for that you have a prayer request. Don't need to go into any detail at all, but we'll put you on the prayer list. And let's see. Let me look at my calendar. I know I've got some people coming up on the 12th. Roger Williams will be on. He'll be my guest next week. And Ernie DeVoe will be our guest on the 19th, March 19th. Oh, Debbie. Oh, I'm so sorry. Wow. Wow. That's such a shame. He was such a nice guy, too. Wow. Okay. I don't have anyone scheduled for March 26th. So, Nightmare. Maybe look at your calendar. Pat, yeah, I know. I keep thinking that also, because I know for a fact that there's activity there, and I want to get in there. That's one of the places on my bucket list. So yeah, I may just make a run down there sometime this summer, spring, summer, fall. Whenever it gets into July and August, I really don't care to camp because it's just too doggone hot, hot and muggy. Let's see, March, April. I don't think I have anyone scheduled yet for April. So April is clear. So Nightmare, March 26th or any Wednesday in April. Let me know, and we'll get you scheduled. So, guys, I put up the link. If anyone feels like coming on, for whatever reason, here I'll post the link again. A little twisted. Hey, good to see you too. Oh, Catherine, you're right around Shawnee all the time. Yeah, I want to get in there. I'm telling you, I want to get in there. There in Wayne. I want to get into Wayne National Forest. I also want to get down to okay, the other place. I'm just blanking out all over the place. It's what waking up too early in the morning, like 4:30 in the morning, and it just by this time of the evening, the brain just isn't there 100%. So guys, 9 o'clock, I think right around 9 o'clock, maybe a little bit after, depending. Yeah, all those drugs we did in the 60s. Yeah, Deb. Here, let me scroll back here. Ooh, I keep forgetting to. All right, let's see. Okay, Mark, you haven't tested the camera or microphone yet. Oh, well. Yeah, Art, you got to hurry up and retire. Yes, hurry up and retire. Hey, Hillary. So, guys, again, if you have a prayer request, just put it on. Put it here in the comments. You don't have to go into detail, and just say you have a prayer request, and that's it. That's all I need. Dave, Dee Dee's in my prayers, and there's a few other people that are regulars here in the chat. Hey, Hillary, that are in my prayers also. So guys, let's see, 9 o'clock, right around 9 o'clock, I'm going to do the drawing. Hey, Patty, good to see you. Okay, thank you, Deb. Thank you. Will do. Okay. Yeah. Pat, maybe we just need to arrange something for Shawnee. Okay, I keep getting, I'm like a squirrel, I tell you. That's where the brain goes. All right, so tell you what, about 9 o'clock, we are going to do the drawing. Okay, Hillary. We'll do. We'll do. And Catherine, yeah, hey, if you can, join us. Hey, Walter, good to see you. And let's see, I've got something else. I've got a couple things I want to offer up for the giveaway. So hold on. The dog is in the way. Hold on. All right. I will give away an autographed copy of my book. Okay. That'll be in the drawing. You have a choice of the book, or you can hang it in your bathroom. It's a tin sign. You can hang it up. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have? I've got a throw. It's just more of a lap throw. It has Bigfoot on it. It's not very heavy. It's just a very light throw. See if I can get my chair over here and grab it. Let's see. All right, I can grab this other thing also. Yeah, here's the throw. Like I said, it's thin and light, as you can see. See if I can find any dimensions on here. From what I recall, it's not very big, maybe 40 inches long. Um, that, or I think it's a pillow sham. Let me look here on the label. Of course, it doesn't say, but I think it's a pillow sham. There. It's pretty small though. Maybe 8, 9, 10, about 12 inches wide. You can see that 12 inches wide and probably 24 inches long. And it looks like the opposite side is white, so tree on that side, and there's Bigfoot, so it's tan and black, and underneath it says believe. So the little throw, pillow sham, and this is, oh, okay. Or the little tin sign, hang in your bathroom. It's a choice of. You only get one of these, not everything. Or an autographed copy of my book. So, the winner will have their choice, one of those. And again, oh, okay. Thank you, Cryptic. Oh, that's cool. Okay, yeah, an awesome wall blanket. Yeah, that's true. It would. Yeah, like a, heck, you could probably even hang it, as a, like a curtain in a window, or wall tapestry. Potty train squash. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Deb. It's going to be a regift, I guess. um, let's see. No, I think that'll be it. Your choice of one of those 4 things. And again, that drawing will be 9 o'clock, little after 9. We'll do, what we'll do is I will have like a certain keyword that I will have whoever wants to be in on the drawing. You will need to type it in to the chat in all capital letters. And I'll write down the names. I'll write down all the names and give you a number. And we'll do a drawing. And okay, thank you, Deb. You want to be in on the drawing day. Well, okay. Yeah, about 9 o'clock, couple hours, well, no, 1 hour. At least here, I know you're over on the West Coast. So 1 hour. Yeah, I'll give you whatever the word will be. I don't know what the word is yet, Patty. I'm not even going to say what the word is just yet because I'm not prepared to write down the names and so on of everyone who wants to be in the drawing. And there might be more people. But tell you what, if anyone wants to be in on the drawing and you have to leave before 9 o'clock, just say something and I'll write your name down. I'll put your name down. So, yeah, Melvin, right. Yes, make sure you bring a book along with you in the Gettysburg campout. It's not really Gettysburg, it's at Michaud, but it's about a half an hour or so from Gettysburg. You can make a day trip out to Gettysburg, which would be fun. It'd be a great little day trip. Bird is word, yeah. All right, so tell you what, anyone feel like coming on? Oh, hey, we have a volunteer. I just noticed you. Hey,
Good evening.
hi.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
Mary.
to meet you also.
Greetings to everyone in chat. I know some of you out there, and yeah, I saw the invite, so I said, you know what, I got some time. Let's talk some Bigfoot. I'm always in for it. Let's jump on. So here we
Great.
are.
Great. Well, thank you for grabbing the invitation and coming on.
No problem. Yeah, well, what kind of Bigfoot stuff you have in mind? You could go anyway with me. You know, we could go to the strange and bizarre, or the more maybe recent stuff that I've heard recently. We've had some stuff come around our way as of late, and there's some, yeah, you know, I'm not saying it's Bigfoot, but we got some thermal footage out of Southern California here up in the Angeles National Forest. We went to go check out an old Bigfoot report site from 1995, and came back with some interesting thermal footage. And yeah, we've shared that out. It's posted over on the channel, and yeah, I've been, on a few people's show talking about it, and yeah, definitely want to get more feedback from people and see what they think. And we did also do a follow up, trying to find the exact location where the subject was, but we failed at that, which is all right. And we're trying to get back up there as soon as possible. You know, we've had some big fires in Los Angeles lately, so
Yeah.
that's kind of thrown things off out here. And but you know, we're
Yeah.
keeping it going. Still active on the channel. We do have a channel here. I do have a channel, yes. And some of you do follow me, and yeah, I try to keep it active. Like I say, you know, we try to do as much boots in the ground as possible. We love being out in the field, and when we're not, then we switch gears. Actually, being in Los Angeles here, I'm usually based out of Northern California, near Bluff Creek, and you know where the Patterson footage and all that, yeah, took place. That's usually my area there, as well as Southern Oregon. But I've been in Southern California lately, back where I grew up, and there's been a lot of strange stuff going on in the skies around here too. So we've been documenting and sharing that out, and finding others who are also experiencing and documenting the same things, and combining minds and sharing things. And so, yeah, that's what we do.
Very cool. Now, the name of your channel is.
Yeah, you could find it easily now. Like it used to be brown dwarf, and everyone's like, "Oh, brown dwarf." Usually, when you put that in the search engine on YouTube, a bunch of celestial related stuff comes up. You know, brown dwarfs, or maybe some of the small entity will pop up in my usually my channel will be drowned in all that. So I recently switched it up to Bigfoot dwarf, since we're into Bigfoot,
Uh-huh.
and that really tends to help people find the channel easier. So yeah.
Very cool. All right. So yeah, so everybody make sure you jump on and subscribe to his channel if you aren't already.
Yeah, appreciate that.
All
And
right.
I've been following your channel quite a bit. I do usually jump in the chats, and I know you probably haven't noticed me, and that's all good. You know, I'm not trying to uh, uh, put myself out there like that, but in this case, you know, you did give the invite, so I'm like, let's go. But yeah, I've been following you for quite a bit,
Oh,
and
thank you.
yeah, and good work, and keep it up. And I see, yeah, you got the book and the merch going, and super
Oh, yeah.
cool. Yeah, big round of applause for you from out here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. So, have you had sightings yourself?
Yeah, there's two that for sure I feel were solid sightings, like full body. I've had a lot of other experiences where I feel it was them. And I talk about that, and like I said, a lot of documenting, a lot of just how do you say, it's just my gear, and I, you know, I'm slowly building my gear back up, getting my audio recorders back, and certain little cameras, the thermals and night visions and all that. But for
All
a
this
while
stuff
there,
that takes money.
oh yeah, exactly right. And we were just getting the stuff that's affordable. You know, there's a lot of gadgets out there that are really expensive. It's like, whoa. But yeah, a lot of it is just a lot of for a long time. It was just my cell phone and I, which works great. You know,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
these cell phones these days have really good quality cameras,
Right.
and it's a great tool. It's a tool that everyone has, and
Mhm.
you know, I feel like we should be getting more evidence from people. There is quite a bit, but a lot of it's questionable, of
Yeah.
course. You know, and but yeah, don't forget we have that tool in our hands or in our pockets, folks. And yeah, don't be afraid to hit that record or snap
Yeah.
a pic or something. You know, there was recently some Bigfoot footage. I don't know if it's come across your way. I've been talking about it. Um, there's the NA North American Bigfoot Center, Cliff Barackman up in Oregon.
Mhm.
Over on his channel, they recently shared a Bigfoot encounter that a lady and her daughter had, and they got a video of it. And so there's full on video. Yeah, check it on out. I've been sharing that out lately, and it's pretty good footage. I think, you know, for a lot of people, you know, it's they want the Patty again, or something better than Patty,
Yeah.
and it's not always like that. But
No.
yeah, no, I was excited about it, and just to hear the ladies' side of things, the backstory, and then Cliff did do a follow up investigation as well, which resulted very little. But hey, yeah, go check it out. And then also the daughter also speaks on the situation, which is, you know, I feel is very credible. So
Okay.
yeah, so check that out. And there also has been some recent at the BFRO. I know a lot of people don't like that as a database, but they've updated some new reports, and one of them, you know, there's people out there that have mentioned, and I've mentioned it too, that I've heard that the BFRO doesn't put in like the weird stuff into the reports and stuff like
Right.
that. And but no,
Yeah.
there's a recent report, and I think it's from out maybe your way, somewhere out east, I believe. And they mentioned that a blue light, like an orb, you know, the orb is a
Yeah.
is an issue, is an it's a thing with the with this whole topic. And I've experienced that, you know, on our land up north in Northern California. We're having a weird activity on the property, and then yeah, these orbs started popping up as well. And yeah, did a lot of documenting of that. And so it is a thing for sure. So yeah, and then yeah, so a few reports, recent reports. There's also, I mentioned, I'm also based out of Southern Oregon, and out of our county, on the BFRO, the Jackson County, Southern Oregon. There's also a recent report, and I think it was more of a B class. It was like some knocks that were being heard and stuff like that, which is cool to you know, hear stuff out of areas where I'm at and stuff. It's always exciting. And of course, Humboldt County gets, you know, that's the part of Northern California I'm at, is like number one for California. We get all the reports and sightings out of there. And of course, the Patterson footage basically came out of there, right around those counties there. A few
Mhm.
counties kind of border that area where that footage was taken. But yeah, no, it's still going on. A lot of stuff going on there. And I've had two sightings there that I've,
Oh, wow.
yeah, that I've talked about. And yeah, we actually go back to the Bluff Creek area as much as possible, usually every year. Actually, last year I got to go twice, even though I was staying here in Southern California. You know,
Mhm.
made that effort to get up there. It's almost like a 12, 13-hour drive.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's always good to get back in those areas. And yeah, we were having activity. I don't know if you're familiar. There's several guys who I actually hook up with when we go to those areas. One of them is the Bluff Creek Project, and they're a group of guys out of that area there who have basically been pinpointing where Patty walked, where certain trees were. They've been doing a phenomenal job with that, and I believe they have the actual right location. There's others that have been in the area and, you know, have been in the whole Patterson Gimlin situation, and have claimed that the actual site is somewhere else. You know, so there's been disputes about all that. And you know,
Yeah.
there's always been issues with that whole, you know, even if it's real or not, you know, which I believe it's a real.
I am 100% certain that, yeah, that's real. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because, Patty, by the way that she walks and everything else, just the look of her, the whole biomechanics, she's real. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it too, and just the rich history in that area with the natives. There's several tribes there, the Hoopa, the Karuks, the Yurok tribes, all in that area. Then they all have their accounts and legends and stuff. So it's it's rich there for sure. And then yeah, currently there's stuff going on. There's also some recent reports out of the county and yeah, I can't wait to get back up there. But for now, we're holding it down here in Southern California. I've been getting up in these mountains as much as possible. My brother, who runs the shop here with me, uh, does quite a bit of hiking out here in Southern. Actually lives out here, so he does a lot of hiking in these areas, and he's always keeping an ear out and an eye out for anything. But yeah, no, you don't get as many reports as Northern California for sure.
Right.
So
Yeah, David asked, have you been around Coos Bay, Oregon yet?
just been through yeah, I love the coast. Actually, my queen, who's up in Southern Oregon, recently sent me some pictures and a little video from what is it, Gold Beach. And yeah, I've been there before, so yeah, I love the southern coast of Oregon, and of course all of the I'm more familiar with the north coast of California. But yeah, Oregon definitely a interesting spot. And where we're at there is also interesting because not far at all is a lake. And in that lake they have the big, what's known as the Bigfoot trap. So you can look that up in Southern Oregon. If you look up Bigfoot trap, and so I guess it was this wildlife biology group or something like that back in the 70s who decided to build this trap in that area there because there was historical reports of Bigfoots there. And all throughout Oregon is well known for Bigfoot activity. And but yeah, they built this little, it's not little actually, it's quite big. It's like a wooden trap with like a metal gate on it. It's kind of like almost like a joke when you look at it. But it was pretty serious for them to haul all that lumber in there and build that. I'm sure they did it for a reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, the historical some of the historical accounts from that area were like old miners that had run into tracks and stuff like that, huge tracks. And yeah, I still think there's stuff going on there. I've actually found and documented some tracks in the lake nearby the trap there. And yeah, I feel like there's still stuff going on. I don't know how frequent. I haven't been there, but it was interesting to find some of those tracks around there. And you can find that I've been using it in my intro. I've been really trying to build my channel properly. It's quite a mess, but yeah, I'm slowly getting things together and working on things. And so I got a little intro I've been playing, and in that intro you'll see some tracks there, and those are those tracks. And those videos, anything I pretty much talk about, if there's a video or pictures to it, it should be posted on the channel somewhere buried in there. So yeah, I'm big on documenting and trying
Yeah.
to get data back for us to chop up and try to get more information on these beings. And I love the mystery, don't get me wrong. I'm in no rush to get one on the science table or anything like that.
Wow. Let's see. Dave says he lives an hour and a half from that trap. I
Oh
have,
wow, you see, he's not far.
yeah,
So
I've never heard of it. So
mhm.
interesting.
Yeah, and not far from there. So that area to me it's interesting because it's right. So an hour, I would say about an hour south. So I don't know what hour in what direction he's at, but about an hour, I want to say south is Mount Shasta, which has a lot of you name it, from the little people to the Lemurians, all sorts of stuff going on in Shasta. And then from the trap, I would say about an hour north or so from there, you got Crater Lake, which is another, it's the Cascades and a lot of mystery. And they talk about curses there, strange disappearances, Bigfoot
Yeah.
sightings. Yeah, there's been Bigfoot reports out of there, near there, recently that I've heard from Bigfoot Society over on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, so interesting stuff going on in these areas.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Dan asked, are you casting any tracks?
Yeah, so those tracks I was talking about in Oregon, it was the first time I tried casting tracks. I found tracks before Nothing as solid as these, and these were questionable because there was a few different size ones, but they look really different. And in that area, there was human tracks as well. It was like a part of the lake that was drying up, and so there was some human track shoes, and it looked like some human bare feet. But then there was these other tracks that were way deeper, a different shape to them. They just had that Bigfoot look to them compared to the other stuff. And
Yeah.
I had marked those tracks and went back to town, got plaster, and it was my first time doing it. And I came back the next day, and I tried to find those stick marks that I put, and I couldn't find them. I thought it was going to be really easy to find, and I couldn't find them. But I was able to find other tracks as well at that time. So I tried the casting there, and even when I was casting, I was marking them with sticks again. And yeah, I was having trouble that day finding some of this stuff. But yeah, I pulled some casts, and again, it was my first time, so they weren't the prettiest, and I still have them. I think I maybe needed to do some cleaning up, but it was some good practice. So yeah, yeah, it's fun stuff. And I love finding tracks, even if it's not Bigfoot wildlife, learning the different types of wildlife that are around, and learning the tracks they leave behind. I find all that stuff fascinating too. So yeah, we'll practice on those types of things also. And I do have some plaster ready to go.
Very good. Yeah, no matter what kind it is, yeah, any wildlife tracks, it's educational.
Definitely. Yeah. Anything, even learning about the trees. So that's the thing about Bigfoot, there's always this dark side, like, oh, they're probably demonic, and they're devils. And I just recently did a live stream, I think yesterday, about a Bigfoot questioning if they're the devils, because there's all these terms for them, like mountain devils, creek devils,
Yeah.
different types of things like that. And so we're questioning all that. But I feel like Bigfoot has also taught me a lot about not only myself, but of nature. So I'm fascinated to learn about these types of environments where the Bigfoots might be in. So yeah, I've been learning more about the trees. And of course, being up north in Humboldt, our tree is the redwood. So you can't
Yeah.
ignore those, and yeah, definitely fascinated with the redwood tree. And actually, my brother just got back from the Sierras. He was up in the Sequoias, Kings Canyon, and
Mhm.
with Sequoia National Park, and that was this weekend. And yeah, I can't wait to check out those areas. But yeah, yeah, the big trees, and I just feel there's definitely a connection with Bigfoots and trees, and with nature, of course. But yeah,
Wow. One moment. Okay, Levon. Yeah,
no
there's a
problem.
troll who he keeps popping on, and she
Zap
must have
'em.
multiple accounts because I am deleting her comments as well as banning her each time. But apparently, she's got multiple accounts,
Get
and every
'em.
time she comes on, I ban and delete because she's been really spamming. I mean, multiple. You know,
Eh, but that's a good thing. I hear when you get the trolls' attention, it's you're doing something.
apparently so, but yeah, yeah, I don't have a moderator. I don't pay for StreamYard, so I don't think I can have a moderator. I don't think. I'd have
Yeah,
to dig
I
on that.
think maybe when you go back on, maybe after the show, when you go back onto your YouTube, you could maybe go through some of your well-known subscribers that you trust, and you could
Yeah.
click on them, and then I think you could make them a moderator. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, and then you could go back to streaming through your StreamYard, and then they will be moderators through the YouTube, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, quite a few of the people who's on the chat here. They're all good friends, and we've camped together and
Right
everything.
on.
I know
Yeah,
them.
I was hearing about your campouts, and I've heard of them before, and it's super cool that you put that together.
Yeah.
It's not easy. I wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe for you, but I don't think it's easy to pull those off.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. It's
So,
not
yeah.
easy.
Big up to you for putting those together.
Thank you. Yeah, if you're in Pennsylvania, hit me up and hey, oh, she's back again. Uh,
Get her. Z- is
and
Zapper.
Yeah, ban user and delete their comments. Well,
Throw a lightning bolt.
I wish. I
No,
wish.
I've heard so much about Pennsylvania, and I've only slid through. I have been to the East Coast, but not bigfooting. I can't wait to go back. There were some areas that I
Yeah.
definitely got these vibes, these feelings that I get when I'm in certain parts, and I feel these things are maybe around or something other, something else, you know. And we drove through Pennsylvania. We went from Virginia, from Virginia up to the city, New York, and so we kind of bypassed Pennsylvania there, but I've seen a whole lot online, people online. There's some people that I knew from out that way that were around. I'm not sure where they're at now, but yeah, Pennsylvania is definitely on the map. And yeah, a lot of high strangeness as well. A lot of old world architecture. There's a lot of different for example, there's a string of missing kids, I think, during the early 50s or so that happened, and
Yeah.
it was kind of bizarre. And then what else do I remember about Pennsylvania? There's a whole lot, a lot of paranormal for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. There's a
Mhm.
lot of, especially along the Chestnut Ridge.
Oh, there we go. Is that where that's at? That's
Yes.
who's the investigator? Old school investigator who covered
Stan,
Stan Gordon.
yeah, Stan Gordon.
Yes,
Yes.
salute
Yeah,
to
I've met
him.
him quite a few times.
Wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very interesting stuff, you know. And there's the once again, he, you know, from back then there was some possible connections with Bigfoot-like creatures and
Hmm.
craft, UFO craft as well. And yeah, it's fascinating stuff, you know. And a lot of people frown on that stuff, and I'm totally open to it, you know. I feel
Yeah.
like we're all students in this, and yeah, you know, each one teach one, and I feel yeah, things are a lot stranger than we think.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, there's a lot of uh, combination UFO and Bigfoot accounts in that area. And yeah, in Kecksburg, of course, that's where a UFO supposedly crashed. And that's still up in the air. It could have been a government satellite or Russian satellite or a UFO. That's still under investigation by quite a few different researchers.
Yeah, but I think I heard someone yesterday talking about that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I do question a lot of the crashes. Honestly, I feel there's all types of ET races, interdimensional races. You know,
Yes.
I've been saying these past days that like if you could think it, dream it, it probably has happened, and it could
Yeah.
happen or is happening here in this reality. It's so far out for me, but um, yeah, I was gonna mention something. I lost my train of thought there, which happens quite a bit. That file is downloading at the moment, but yeah, maybe you could pull me back. We'll see. We'll swing
Yeah.
it back that way.
Yeah. Yeah, up in northwestern Pennsylvania is the Kinzu Dam, and there have been quite a few of the portal type reports up in that area. And it's along with little people and as well as Bigfoot, of course. But there's a lot of little people reports from around there.
Oh yeah, that's another one we touched on the other night. And actually, I speak Spanish, and so in a lot of the Spanish speaking countries, even in Spain, Portugal, and throughout the world, we were touching on is in Spanish they call it the duende. I don't know if you ever heard of the duende.
No.
Yeah, so the duende, that's like a form of the little people, and it's all through you know, any Spanish speaking country. You could go through, and even throughout the Caribbean. And then we also touched in Hawaii. They have the menuhenes out there in Hawaii. In Indonesia, parts of Indonesia, they have the little people out there as well, and everywhere. Iceland, you know, in Iceland they actually build around big boulders and stuff and put addresses to respect the little people that live in there. And
Yes.
yeah, so it's a serious thing, and throughout the world. So you know, yeah, keep Bigfooters, keep an eye out for the little people.
Yeah. most definitely. I know that, I don't know if you're familiar with Kumbo. Uh, he
Yes, I
was
am.
talking the other night on one of the podcasts. Uh, yeah, he and his wife were one of the campouts at Land Between the Lakes in Tennessee, and this
Oh,
was a couple
LBL.
years ago. Yes, LBL, love it, absolutely love it there. It, if you haven't gone there, definitely go, but go with a group. um, his wife saw a little person, little Bigfoot. One of them, I think this was in the evening. They were driving from one campsite over to the other campground, and on the way, I think this was along the road, the drive that goes down. Um, yeah, she spotted one along the tree line, or else it. No, it was crossing the road. That's what it was, and weird sighting. I don't know how I would feel about that, but I've heard so many reports about them. But woo,
Yeah, interesting. And when it comes to the little people, there's so many. Like, yeah, you mentioned that was probably like maybe a juvenile Bigfoot. Who knows? I've heard of people reporting smaller type creatures like the puckwudgie and what is
yeah,
it, the alba twitch as well. Out
yeah,
east, you have the alba twitch,
yeah,
and things like that. And then there's also the little people that look like little humans in
yes,
different sizes as well.
yes,
Yeah, very strange. And yeah, road cross sighting, which is very typical, right? Both of my
yeah,
sightings were actually near, one of them was actual a highway cross, a freeway cross, and another one was I was on the road as well. So yeah, in most of my wildlife sightings, I've seen mountain lions and
hmm,
bears and stuff. Usually, it's always by road. It's one of those things. And yeah, so I always recommend people get those dash cams ready. You
I,
know,
I used to have a dash cam on my pickup truck, and yeah, we camped at Land Between the Lakes a couple years ago for a camp out, and I was purposely camped right along a trail that a Bigfoot is known to pass through the campground. And the one night he passed right by my truck, went down and bothered a few other campers. And of course, no, my dash cam did not trigger, nothing. And I was not happy.
and so was that a dash cam like for your car, or you mean a game cam?
No, it was a dash
Dash
cam.
cam. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's motion activated. So even if you're, uh, whenever the truck is shut off, if you bump the truck or something or pass by even,
Gotcha. That's
it's
cool.
supposed to trigger it. It
Yeah.
didn't.
That is,
And
see, that's really good. I had no idea they had stuff like that.
yeah,
Cool.
yep. But of course, whenever it didn't catch what it was intended to catch.
Yeah, that's how it goes. But you never know. That's why I recommend running it even when you're getting close to your areas.
Yeah.
Start running those cameras because never know you might catch. And yeah, I again have captured a lot of wildlife like that. Just running the camera on the road, and
Yeah.
yeah, some really cool things.
Yeah. So do you run any trail cams or anything like that?
Yeah, I geek out with the gadgets. I know a lot of people frown on the on the trail cams, and also they recommend those for like trying to detour these things if you're having them around your property. And yeah, I don't know how much that. I mean, I could see how that could work, but at the same time, you never know. You could give it a shot and see what happens. We actually do capture some anomalies, and with the trail cam recently on one of these trips to Bluff Creek.
Hmm.
I set up the trail cam right by the creek there at our campground, and yeah, so we're capturing some weird little orb light that was just bouncing around for quite a bit. Got a lot of footage of that. Didn't notice any other anomalies, but yeah, how weird that this little fairy light, some people were calling it, was popping up in that area there. So yeah, we also actually had some interesting stuff happen on one of the recent trips into the Bluff Creek area. It was several of us investigating. Sometimes the group gets pretty big out there, and not overly like not 100 people or anything like that. But sometimes it'd be eight to maybe 10 at the most. And anyway, this time it was a good friend of mine, Jonathan Easley, who also has an awesome Bigfoot channel,
Yeah.
Western Bigfoot Explorations, and he's recently done some stuff up in the Mount St. Helens. Went to the Paul Freeman site,
Okay.
and so definitely check him out. And Alex Petikoff from Small Town Monsters.
Yeah.
So he came through, and so we did some investigations. We're out there for about 8 to 9, like almost a week, 8 to 9 days. I was out there that time, and I had something weird happen. There was one night we were getting all some sounds, wood knocks, and vocalizations, and we had teams split up. And we were communicating with walkie talkies, and we had our gear going. And yeah, we were hearing stuff. The guys were hearing stuff. I was hearing stuff over here, and they were checking with me, but we weren't sure we were hearing the same stuff. And unfortunately, some of that stuff didn't get captured on audio. But so there was these vocalizations we were hearing towards a particular mountain that was another hill that was near us.
Mhm.
And so after that investigation in that area where we're having all this happen, and then the guys heard particular sounds in one way, we went towards that way. The rest of the group headed back to camp. And so it's Alex, Jonathan, and I driving in the cars like 3, 4 in the morning. We're all bouncing around these hills and looking for the area where we thought these sounds were coming from. And in that, something inside me told me to. I was sitting in the back of the car, but I could see the front windshield and everything, and it just felt like at any moment a Bigfoot was just gonna run across the road or something like that. And so I was running my camera,
Oh.
and I didn't notice anything. But after, I always go through my video review, try to look, for anomalies or anything like that. We noticed, I noticed at one point a black shadow, and at first it was like, hold on, is this like the shadow from the car lights? And I kept scrubbing and zooming in on this area, and yeah, it looks like this weird see-through shadow type figure goes across the road in front of the car and next to the driver. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And so I sent that footage to some of my friends that are all into this and do uh, uh, work on videos and pictures and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And yeah, one of my good friends was like, yeah, I definitely see something there. But I ran it through the guys, and they felt like maybe it was just a shadow of some sort. But yeah, I did share that, post it, because I ran it through other people, and everyone else sees something there for sure. So yeah,
You
something.
never know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and another friend of mine, he lives down in Florida right now, but whenever he lived here in Pennsylvania, he reported seeing uh, something cross in front of him, but it shimmered, sort of like the predator effect. And I have heard that from different people. Um, it's a strange lighting effect, and I don't know if it's because of the hair, the Bigfoot hair, um, or something else. Who knows?
Yeah, there's been a lot of talks of that, more reports of that coming in, just like Dogman. It's kind of weird. I'm not, into the Dogman thing, but it's just like it's the raging topic right now everywhere. Um, yeah, it's strange for sure. I
Yeah.
was, I was gonna touch on something there. I lost my train of thought again. It happens.
Well,
I was gonna go
next
down a
time, grab
rabbit
it.
hole. I was about to go down a rabbit hole there. Yeah, kind of remind me what you're talking about there. Dog man threw me off. Yeah,
Oh no. Yeah. Next time, grab that thought and run with it.
I tried to as much as possible. Sometimes I get a little thrown off, which is all good. Maybe I shouldn't go down that rabbit hole at the moment, but
Believe me, those rabbit holes, I live in them sometimes. Oh, crap. Yeah. Now, the ones that you saw, um, they were in California.
Yes, Northern California, Humboldt County.
Yeah.
And yeah, I could talk about them briefly.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, the first one was on the property. So we had a property, it's southern Humboldt, 40 acres, the woods and the whole nine, off grid living. And and so yeah, private, dirt roads, no people around that area, just your neighbors, and everyone's pretty, separate from each other, has their space. And as far as like wanderers, it's a gated, it's a gated code to get in to
Yeah.
the properties, although people, have gone in before. But usually there's nobody around there or anything like that, no trespassers. And it was a summer day. This was maybe, I want to say 20, maybe 17-ish, 16, around there. And it was summer, and I had a truck, and the property had like several levels to it. It's like where the house was one level, and then there was another level down below, further down the hill, and then up above the hill there was a third level. And then there was some ridges from hills around there, and that went back to further back into the property. And there was just nothing. Cows would actually graze back there. There was free range cows and stuff.
Hmm.
And of course all the wildlife, deer, you name it, bobcats, bear. And so it's daytime. And by this time there was already stuff going on the property there that I was, pertaining to these beings. I'm like, there's stuff going on here. There's trees shaking. Sometimes I seen a lot of trees fall over, or just end up falling over the road, sometimes in weird places. And I know they would happen naturally. There were several times that I seen them actually go over, and I just really questioned it. It happened, I think,
Hmm.
too many times, and some of those times weren't natural, in my
Yeah.
opinion. And there was other stuff that would happen. I've heard the knocks and stuff before, but no actual sighting of anything. Some weird sounds, some vocalizations that I questioned, and some of it sounded like wildlife. At times, it was, I questioned, was it mimicking? You get the owl sounds and all that stuff, and yeah, so just a mixture of things going on there. And then of course the orbs that we mentioned. And so anyway, summer day, headed up to the top section of the property, and I'm on the dirt road, so I'm going about maybe 5 miles an hour, I think, at the most. And on both sides of me there's woods, and I noticed on my left side something flanking me, and it looked like I always describe it as a child, one of those kid flip books when you flip it and the cartoon kind of plays out. So it was
Yeah.
like flickering, and I could see it from the peripheral vision of my eye, and it looked like a humanoid shape, but it wasn't massive or anything like that. Maybe like a normal sized person, but it was all black. And so this thing flickered across my vision, and I stopped the truck. And when I stopped the truck, and I did have my phone next to me, and then, like I said, I'm big on documenting, right?
Yeah.
And so I noticed at the base of this big oak, it's an old growth oak tree, and I see a face, a black face looking at me. And it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't huge. I couldn't notice any hair. It was just a black outline of a face. And I could just see like two eyes, and they were white, and like a grayish color around the eyes, which I figured maybe it was skin or something like that.
Yeah.
And other than that, I couldn't tell, like, I couldn't give you details of like the nose or mouth or anything. Those were like, I think the main things I focused on was maybe just the eye area that I
Hmm.
remember. And so I'm having this stare down, and I'm like, oh shoot, like in my head, like thinking like, here we go, this is it. I didn't get my camera, and I couldn't tell you how long I actually stared at it for,
Hmm.
and I don't remember it taking off. All I remember is that I ended up just driving to the top where I needed to go do whatever it is I was gonna do. And I was just surprised. I wasn't scared, but I was like, whoa, I just seen one of these things. And there was no one around, I could tell, until later. And that was that. And like I said, the weird thing is that I don't remember like it taking off, or me like, even like, I didn't go for the camera.
Yeah.
It's one of those moments, and it happens,
Yeah.
and I kick myself for it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was I say the first time that that happened, and not I want to say maybe possibly like a year or so after that. This is the southern part of the county, Humboldt County. Now, we also had a place in town, and I actually been to different parts of the county, of state, and got to check out different. It's a huge county, and got to stay in different areas and got to know a lot of different areas. And we eventually got a place up in town for our son to be able to go to a better school. And so we got a place up there. And actually, I was also staying. I had a place with a friend who was up in a town called Trinidad, which is a small fishing town above Eureka, California.
Mhm.
And and there on the beach, I was starting to find these stick structures, and and so I'm like, okay, there might be activity up here, these some interesting stick structures, and there's a lot of forests around those areas too, a lot of historical reports and stuff like that. But anyway, one day I'm leaving Trinidad, so I'm getting on Highway 101, which is a main freeway, uh, and I'm headed southbound. I get on the ramp, and across the highway that's going the opposite direction is I noticed a tall figure, like real tall and lanky. It wasn't, a robust figure or anything like that. And again, it was just jet black. And I noticed this figure starting to go across the freeway. And when I got on the ramp, there was 3 or 4 other cars like already like on the freeway going a little bit ahead of me when I got on. And so I'm thinking, all right, this subject is gonna either stop traffic, like something's gonna happen, someone's gonna honk or someone's gonna crash, someone's gonna go on here. And I was kind of anticipating that. And so the figure, and I didn't notice anything on the figure. Sometimes you get travelers, hitchhikers, and stuff like that. Usually they'll have a backpack, a dog, or something with them. Bicyclists, something obvious that you could tell that maybe it's a person. And I didn't see any of that. And so this figure goes across, and right where it's supposed to, like, meet these cars or whatever, and I'm waiting for it to pop out. I didn't notice anything, and so I'm like, okay, I'm about to pass. And this whoever this subject or whatever this subject is going to be on the shoulder on my side, and because I didn't notice anything else over there. And then so I drive by where I'm expecting to see this thing, and there's nothing there, but it's a steep drop to like a ravine,
Mhm.
but redwoods there. And if you keep going further down, it leads to the beaches that are on Trinidad there. And I was just like, whoa, that was just weird. Like, I don't know what that was, but whatever it was super tall, and it made it across, unless it vanished mid freeway or something like that. But it was the weirdest thing. And there have been actual reports from that area. And
Yeah.
uh, yeah, there was actually a recent one that was submitted to BFRO that was from a few years back. So it was recently submitted, but it was from years back. And it was these ladies that had a similar thing happen on a parallel road to that freeway right around the area where I had mine. And
Oh.
so I was just like, wow. And then, yeah, there's other reports out of the beach there that have been in books, well-known books, Bigfoot books. And so,
Mhm.
yeah, so something going on in Trinidad there.
Sounds like it. Yeah, Dave says reports of them crossing 101 and hitting the islands right offshore,
Yep.
getting seabird eggs out of the
Yep, the
nests.
seabird eggs. I think that was in one of Paulides' books. And so, yeah, I was aware of that and stuff. And so, yeah, along those beaches, we find the structures, teepee structures, different types of structures. And I've really gone into like investigating who's building these things. I've asked my son if it's them. Because it looks like because people actually hang out in them like I think after they find them, and make use of them and stuff, and
Why
maybe
not?
leave human stuff behind, or I don't know, maybe the Bigfoots bring human stuff in there. It's weird, but yeah, some of us do believe that they are maybe leaving those types of marks out there, because we find similar structures in forests and stuff,
Yep.
and then you get these reports of them being on the beaches around there. So it makes me wonder.
Hmm.
And yeah, and I do believe they go to the beach. There's been reports coming out of those areas also of them coming out with like kelp strapped over their shoulders and stuff like that, eating clams. And yeah, I found weird clam piles before, eating clam piles and
Okay.
stuff on those beaches. And
Yeah.
yeah, even some of those areas around there, a little further north, there's elk also, an area with elk that's right near the beach, and some
Mhm.
lagoons with reports out of there too. And that's all along the coast there. You go inland, and then you hit the area of Bluff Creek and all that. And so, again, just a lot of rich history there.
Now, you mentioned elk, and I know that there's, I don't know, is that country also, or
No, it used to be back in the day. California was known
yeah,
for the grizzly way back when, and I guess they got hunted to extinction.
okay,
And I
yeah, I didn't
recently
know. Yeah,
But I heard through a good friend of ours who actually has been finding a lot of they found some recent this was maybe a couple years back, but out of the Bluff Creek area there, they found some tracks, awesome tracks. It was a trackway in the snow. That was featured in one of the Small Town Monsters documentaries. So the two documentaries that came out while Alex was out here with us was it's called The Return to Bluff Creek,
yeah,
and then there's the Lost Bigfoot Highway. And so, yeah, that was his time, and we were here throughout that time. The Lost Bigfoot Highway, we weren't featured as much as we were in the Return to Bluff Creek. And that was kind of like a little separate project that he was doing, but we were definitely there with Alex during the hike. We did an overnight hike in these special areas, and it was just a real good time. And yeah, we did get some activity. It
yeah,
seems like at times it's not always action packed every day with Sasquatches and stuff.
yeah.
It's not always like that. But
No, no, it really isn't. The evidence is few and far between, but
oh yeah,
whenever you do spot something, it's a treasure. It's a treasure hunt. You consider
definitely.
it basically.
And we do get stuff. We do get some strange sounds recorded. The knocks. Different things do happen. So there's stuff going on, and from those areas, because for a long time those areas, the Bluff Creek area, was thought to be like pretty much squashed out, like they say.
Yeah.
And but no, we still keep going there, and the guys have been maintaining the Patterson site area as well, as far as like overgrowth of plants, keeping the trails visible and clean and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So a lot of cool stuff. Actually, some fires got really close to that area as well recently, but the forestry helped save the Patterson site, so that's a
Good.
really cool thing. And yeah, you'll see stuff like that in the documentary. And yeah, it's just good to be up in those areas whenever I can get, up there. And hopefully this year we'll get back up there and see what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, that's one place I wouldn't mind going. Um, of course, to visit you now, and now and
Yeah.
David, up in Oregon.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Come tap in with the guys. For the most part, everyone's pretty friendly there, pretty open.
yeah.
The vibes are good, and pretty welcoming to anyone who's willing to get up there. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, and things do happen. We do caution you, make sure you're prepared. With your vehicle tires, and
Yeah.
obviously food, water, and depending on the weather, check that weather for sure. And
Yeah.
it's possible to get down to the actual site, and it is a hump of a hike back up. So just a heads up, but it is possible. People do it, and yeah, just take your time, and you'll make it.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have to, but that'll be quite a while from now. But
No
no, that's
pressure.
fantastic. Um, yeah, another friend of mine lives in, I'm trying to remember what area, Southern California he's in, but he's the grandson of Johnny Weissmuller. If you recognize the
Hmm.
name, he
No,
played
no.
Tarzan in
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's super cool.
yeah.
Yeah, see, I grew up in Hollywood, so I get to
Okay,
hear a lot of weird, trippy stories like that. People, actors, different things like, oh, this was filmed here, or this
yeah,
is so and so sister or grandson. And yeah, it's a trip.
yeah, a lot of fun. But yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, I know I had another question for you. Okay, yeah, you mentioned the mussel shells or oyster shells.
Yes.
Were they in a pile or were they?
Yeah, they seem to be in a pile. It's possible that, and it was on the beach, and it's possible that maybe the tide might have moved some of it, but it was a pretty nice pile though. It was a
Yeah,
pretty decent pile, and I did document that. I want to say I found maybe a couple of those clam piles like that before. So
yeah. Now,
mhm.
are there any other animals? So I know raccoons will go after oysters, and I don't know, sea lions or seals. I don't know if they do also. Um,
Yeah, and it yeah, I didn't see no traces of raccoon. I don't doubt that it's possible. I've seen them do some pretty
yeah,
wild stuff. My
but I don't
grandma
think that
actually,
they would pile them up though. And
yeah, I
that's
don't know.
the
It just
point.
seemed like, yeah, I pictured more like something there sitting and just shucking clams.
Yeah, yeah, that's they do that here also. What they'll do around here, they'll sit along a creek or the river. They're back up against a tree, just relaxing, and there'll be a pile of oyster shells there, and you can just picture it between their legs, just piling up and munching.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, another thing is that from what I know, they've told people not to eat those clams in that area. Sometimes I guess they could have like a bacteria and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And so, yeah, I don't think people are. I don't know if people could eat them, but I've never eaten them from there like that. But people do crab in the area. The town is known for crabbing as well. So
Hmm.
sure, probably Bigfoot in crab season probably gets his crab on for sure.
Boy, oh boy, yeah. And yeah, the elk. Have you found any elk kills or that
Yes.
were more probable or possible Bigfoot rather than mountain lion or anything else?
I think so because there's this area where I'm telling you one of these lagoons and one of these beaches meet, and
Hmm.
there's actually a hill in this area that leads you back into a trail. And then we found some interesting small little it's stick placements, and it wasn't obvious, but we could find little things that were getting our interest. And actually below that hill there's this massive wood structure, like a beach wood structure made of driftwood, and it's massive. And so, right near one of the first times when I discovered that thing, and it's back in the cut too. It's not like right in the beach where you can see it. You have to go back, and there's these bushes, these small little bushes back there, and it's almost like a playground because you find all types of different structures going up and down in the area, and it's just full of driftwood. And so there's massive structures back there, and right near this structure, I was revisiting the spot just to see if more things would happen. So I was following up with the area,
Hmm.
and one of the occasions I found pieces of elk just all torn up right there, like something just had an elk feast. And I was like, "Whoa!" And I don't, people ask, "Oh, well, maybe it was hunters," and I don't think it might be like a state park in that area there, so I don't think you're allowed there's no hunting there, and, so I don't think it's, poachers or hunters like that, like, humans, and, right near it's not far from Trinidad and all these other areas, reports again, and, so, yeah, I don't know,
Interesting.
it's that was an interesting find there.
Yeah, Dan asks, have you seen any carcasses up in a tree?
Not that I can remember. I do keep an eye out for stuff. I always look up, especially in the redwoods. Those trees could hold the Bigfoot, I think. And so we always, remember to look up. And no, I haven't found anything like that, but I have found kills, some weird kills, even on the property. One time we had a chicken coop, and I found the feathers of a chicken all just plucked up, and it looked like it was placed in a perfect circle. And we questioned if like raccoons would maybe do something like that, you know? And so I don't know that I looked into it. I don't think they really do anything like that. It was placed. It seemed like a real nice circle of feathers. And yeah, of course, the chickens were missing and stuff like that. And we did have a bobcat come around, and so I'm sure the bobcat got some of those chickens. But yeah, some
Mhm.
of the other ones were weird. The latch door was open and chickens missing and stuff like that. And we're having the orbs, and I don't know, it gets a little weird up in those hills.
Let's see. David says a group of people called Leave No Trace go along the beaches, camp, and they clean up the garbage.
Right on. Yes. I've heard also in Mendocino County. I was just looking the other day. I was doing some stuff on Bigfoots in Mendocino because I've had some experiences there. And I believe they're called the mermaids out there. And yeah, they go out. It's I believe a women's group or something like that. They clean up the beaches and stuff like that. And yeah, people have questioned those structures. They're like, oh, could they be for bonfires or something like that? A lot of times they'll have a little entrance, and people will question that, like, how could a Bigfoot fit in there? Well, I don't know. It could be maybe it's not a structure for to be in. Maybe it's a marker, or maybe the little ones go in there. There's all these ideas, theories, and
Yeah,
stuff we throw out there. But I do think they do things like that. I do think if you know they're able to, like, I've seen some recent nests from the Olympic project, or they're not recent, but recently I've been watching some of the stuff they've been putting out. But up in the Olympic project, those guys have been finding nests in their areas. And so I'm thinking, well, yeah, if they're able to make those nests, and if those nests are Bigfoot nests, then they could weave.
yeah,
And people have claimed to have gotten like weave gifts and stuff like that. And
mhm,
we do find weave stuff in those structures as well, which is
yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
Yeah, I think they could build stuff like that, and maybe leave markers. And yeah, those are the types of things we try to look for in areas as well. And they're not everywhere, but
no,
when they are, when we do find them, I'd like to really poke around more and see what else is going on. And then you
yeah,
find weird stuff sometimes, like I said, even feathers I found in structures, bones. Sometimes we talked about the
yeah,
elk bill. And sometimes there's weird human like trinkets as well, which is, it's kind of odd. And who knows?
yeah. They probably collect different things that they like a crow or a raven. They'll pick up little knickknacks or whatever that they find bright and shinies and
Yeah, I could imagine. I could see
take it
that.
away. Yeah,
Mhm.
little human mementos. Interesting. Um, yeah, I don't know if your train of thought went back. If that train went back to where it went away before.
Yeah, no, we lost that one.
That
Woo.
train went down the tracks.
Yeah, a couple. We lost a couple of them today, and I know usually after what happens with me is I'll get off the live or whatever, and then I'll remember. I'm like, oh no, it was a good, but whatever. It is what it is.
Next one.
And yeah, no, and hopefully, yeah, we get to do this again.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm doing this from we have a smoke shop, my brother and I. It's a smoke shop, skate shop. We're in East Los Angeles, and so yeah, that's why I'm able to do this right now. Luckily, we had a little bit of rain today, so it kind of, I guess, it scared people off. Didn't have too much traffic, but yeah, we're pretty flexible here, and I've been going live from the shop as well. And yeah, just keeping the conversation going with all these topics.
Very cool. Wow. I don't know if we have any people here in the chat or in the area, whoever's listening. If you want to give the name of your shop and
Yeah,
advertise it.
I
Go.
appreciate that. Yeah, you could just Google us. We're still working on a website. We're still new in the game, and a few years in, and working out the kinks. and we've been blessed. The doors are still open, and we're called Sky's the Limit Smoke Shop.
Okay.
3925 East Olympic Boulevard, Los Angeles, East Los Angeles, California. Yeah, you could Google us and we will pop up there. But yeah, if anyone's interested, I do like a merch. I show the merch on some of the lives and stuff like that. If anyone's interested in checking out what we have, tap in with us. And if there's anyone's interested, tap in with us, drop me a message and we could work anything out.
Very cool. That's wonderful. All right. Looks like one of our members here has either seen your shop or been in there. She says that your shop is awesome.
Right on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. We've been working on it and got some murals done recently. And yeah, things are coming along.
Very cool. I'll have to check it out. I'll check out your channel. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Eventually, I want to get, excuse me, I want to say, I want to get a little cryptid section going here, with some like
yes.
tracks and like, people, there's some museums that I've gone to and it's inspired me to have maybe a little section. There's a few little souvenirs I got here. I got a little nail from Ape Canyon and,
Ooh,
yeah, I could start maybe with some of my tracks. Maybe someone will donate some later. We could have some replicas and get the whole, little
yeah.
museum going here. We
Yeah,
need
you
that.
should. If you have the space, find a little corner and make your own little museum there. I'm sure you'll spark up some interest. Um, yeah, I would make copies of your original cast though and put the copies in there. um, yeah, Bigfoot Dwarf David. That's the name of his channel, and Sky's the Limit is the name of your shop.
Yeah, Sky's the
Um,
Limit Smoke Shop. Because
Smoke shop.
that a bunch of other stuff, Sky's the Limit will pop up, but we're the smoke shop, and I'm sure you'll notice us. You'll see something there. You might see some of the artwork or something, and you'll know it's us. But like I said, if you can't find us, you can find me on my channel, and yeah, I'm pretty much always available, pretty active. So, and it's been a
Wonderful.
pleasure, Mary. I thank you so much. This
Thank
has been a
you.
pleasure. Blessings to you and everyone else out there listening to this, and I'm sure we're gonna get to know each other even better.
Yes. Yes, most definitely. Thank you for coming on. And yeah, anytime that I throw out the invitation and you have time, jump on,
No
jump on,
problem.
share whatever's going on.
Sounds good. I had a weird little buzzing noise there, but I don't know what that was. Anyway, you're back. You sound good. But yeah, no, let's make this happen again anytime. And then you got any questions or anything? I got plenty of stuff that I'd love to share with you as far as
Yeah.
videos and pictures,
Oh,
some interesting stuff. And likewise, if you have anything that you'd like to share with me, yeah, I'll get your contact. We'll hook up and
okay.
we'll be in touch.
All right. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good night.
Okay, guys. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much to Bigfoot Dwarf. I know as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to go over to his channel and subscribe. I have 4 different YouTube accounts, so I'll join with all 4. But no, I do appreciate him coming on. Um, very much fascinating. I I know a little bit about what's going on out west. Most of it from Dave and other people up in Oregon, but not too much from California. So that's fascinating, to learn a little bit more. Um, yeah, heck, it's on the other side of the country, but uh, hopefully gas prices will go down soon. Okay, thank you, Hillary. Let me highlight your comment here. Really cool video where his nephew got a good thermal. Oh, cool. Love to see. I don't have really the time to listen to other channels as often as I want. There's so many good channels out there that I just don't have the time. But no, I'll most definitely check his out. And Yeah, yeah, guys, road trip. One of these days. Like I said, whenever gas gets cheap again, and I'm highly confident that it will. Okay, you lived in Southern California for 3 years. Yeah, I've got a couple friends who live, but of course that's pretty wide area. I can say, oh yeah, Southern California, but it's a huge area. Uh, I have a lot of friends down in Alabama, but again, it's a huge area. Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, Oklahoma, and all the way around. Um, yep, gas has got to get cheap, and I need a vehicle. I've got a trailer that I'm looking at whenever I have the moolah camping trailer. Um, it's it's not a cheap one, but no, one of these days, and then one of these days I'll have my health back again. I'll be able to hike again, and be able to get out there and do the hiking that I want to do. But tell you what, guys, it is 11 minutes after 9. We have a giveaway to get going. So let's see. What will our keyword be? Tell you what, in honor of Bigfoot Dwarf, let's make our keyword. If you want to join in on the giveaway, type in all capital letters. Make sure you have it in all capital letters. Type in the word dwarf, DWARF, in all capital letters. If you want to be in on the drawing, you'll have your choice, and I'll go over the things again. Autographed copy of my book, a tin sign. Whoop, let me a pillow sham, or a little throw blanket. And I know I'm getting a whole bunch of dwarfs here, and I got to keep up with you guys. So, okay. Let me back up here. I'm going to write down some names and keep track. All right, so talk amongst yourselves, because I've got a whole bunch that I need to write down. And guys, if you can back me up and make the list also, to make sure I'm not forgetting anyone. Okay. And I'll go over these names and give you everyone your numbers as soon as I'm done. Let's see. Some of you are in here multiple times. The word is dwarf, DWARF. So Melvin and Dan, I see you have something else written in there. So if you want to win the prize, you type in the word dwarf, DWARF, in all capital letters. Okay. I'm going to smack some of you, I swear. Yeah, William, I know. I just now learned how to get moderators. So, all right. All right, thanks. Blackie and Dave. You guys, I'm going to smack you. I swear, next time I see you, I will smack you. I'm threatening violence here. All right, Hillary. Let's see. All right, let me scroll down. All right, Judy Willer. Let's see, Patty, I figured you'd be in. Dave, no. Melvin, yeah, I watched that movie. A lot of people hate it, but I loved it. Thanks, Superfly. Cool, yes. Okay, Dan, I think I have you. Let me double check. I guess not. Okay, there we go. Yes. Got you, Dan. Melvin Singer. You guys that are typing it backwards. Yes, I know, Patty. They're being bad. All right, Wyatt. Right. You guys, I swear. All right, Jeff. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're all heathens. Yeah, Jeff, I agree. You're all heathens. Okay, guys. We have 26 names here. I will go over the names and your number. So remember your number. And um, Patty, whoever else is keeping track, double check me to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Yeah, Jeff Yarrington. Yeah, you're the last one that I have. So okay, number one, CSI Mark. Um, Number two, Hillary. Number three, Southern Belle Bigfoot. Number four, David Blaylock. Number five, Old Line Cryptids. Number six, Superfly. Number seven, Patrick Noble. Number eight, William Robinson. Number nine, Lavon. 10, Cryptic Crystal. 11, Gary Spikes. 12, Melvin Singer. 13, Art 20796 or whatever the numbers are. 14, Tracy Benna. 15, Debbie Parker McGee. 16, Blackie. 17, Blue Eye Northern. 18, Catherine McSwain. 19, Erica Black. 20, Hillary. Oh, I already have Hillary further up, so I can cross that one out. Hillary, you're number two. So I can cross that out and move people up. So 20, 21. Okay. Number 20 is Judy Wheeler. 21, Patty Fry. 22, Dan Nadrello. 23, Melvin Singer. I already have you, Melvin. So, geez, guys. 22, Melvin, I got to take you off of there. Yeah, Melvin, you're already on here. You are number 12. 22, man, 23, 24. Okay. Number 22 is Dan Nadrello. 23 is Wyatt Estes. And 24 is Jeff Yarrington. Yeah, you guys are in trouble. The ones who were saying and Dave, you're included in saying you dwarf over and over again. Come on. Oh, did I miss Roger? Okay, wait a minute. Roger, we're doing the drawing. We're taking, do you want to be in on the drawing, Roger? You can win a copy of my book, a tin sign to hang in your bathroom with a Bigfoot, a pillow sham with a Bigfoot on it, or a light throw blanket with a Bigfoot on it. So if you want to be in on the drawing, Roger, just type in the word dwarf, DWARF, in all capital letters. Type in the word dwarf, DWARF, to be included in the drawing. Okay, 20. Okay, 23, 24, 25. Okay, Kraken, I see you want to be in on that. Okay. All right. Roger, did you want to be in on the drawing? Type in the word dwarf. Kraken, you are number 25. Anybody else? Roger? Roger typed it? Okay, I missed it. Okay. So number 26. All right. I'll go over the names again. Okay, thank you, Roger. All right, I'll go over the names again. We're okay. DRC, you squeaked in under the line here. 27. DRC. All right. Yeah, Mark. All right. At that point, I'm not going to do the drawings anymore. Right now, we're just at the manageable stage. Okay. Not taking any more names. So I'll go down the line again. Number 1, Cryptid Search Investigations, CSI. He's number 1. Number 2, Hillary. Number 3, Southern Belle Bigfoot. Number 4, David Blaylock. Number 5, Old Line Cryptids. Number 6, Superfly. Number 7, Patrick Noble. Number 8, William Robinson. Number 9, Levon. Number 10, Cryptic Crystal. Number 11, Gary Spikes. Number 12, Melvin Singer. Number 13, Art 20796. 14, Tracy Benna. 15, Debbie Parker McGee. 16, Blackie. 17, Blue Eye Northern. 18, Catherine McSwain. 19, Erica Black. 20, Judy Willer. 21, Patty Fry. 22, Dan Nedrello. 23, Wyatt Estes. 24, Jeff Yarrington. 25, Kraken. 26, Roger Squatchenholler. 27, DRC. All right. Just want to make sure I didn't forget anyone. Okay. Did I forget anyone? Okay. All right. Hold on a second. I got to bring up on my phone to how to do the whatchamacallit. Man, what is it? Random.org. Okay, so it's numbers 1 through 27. Okay, and I'll put it up to the, okay. No, geez. That's not the thing yet. That, man, where is it? Random.org. Here it is. Man. All right. 1 through 27. I'll enlarge my screen so, come on. Okay. I'm trying to get my screen large enough so you guys can see it. Ooh, the tension is palpable. Okay. Hopefully you'll see it. All right, 1 through 27. If I hold my phone, there we go. Run through 27. Let's see if I can do this. Result. I don't know if the result came up. Not yet. I guess I didn't hit it hard enough. Okay, come on. Why will this, okay, generate. There we go. We came up with a number 1. Number 1 is Cryptic Search Investigations, CSI Mark. Congratulations. All right, Mark. Send me a message on Messenger and let me know which prize that you want. And along with your address, we'll get it mailed out to you. But again, congratulations. This is my thank you to everyone. This is my thank you to you, and for staying with me. David, 1 isn't even a real number. There is a song about that. 1 is a lonely number. Probably before your time, I don't know. 3 Dog Night. We love you too, Dave. You and Dee Dee, you're both in our prayers. But tonight, it's Mark's night tonight. Congratulations. But again, thank you. Okay, you want the sign? Well, I might be able to find more like that. Well, crap. Perfect sign to hang in your bathroom. But yes, thank you. Your copy of the Epstein files. I used to have those down. They are publicly available. I used to have them downloaded. I think on an old computer. I'd have to, an old laptop. And I don't think I have access to that account anymore. There was a glitch on it, but it's available, that list. It's available online. It is publicly available. It was put out few years ago. I don't know if full names were given. I can't remember. But Catherine, yes, one of these days. I appreciate it. We love you too, all of you. Like I said, I appreciate, you guys coming on here and joining me, um, listening to my nonsense and my ramblings, and the occasional really great guest. And uh, I appreciate, Bigfoot Dwarf coming on. Uh, Fantastic. I really enjoy talking with him, and looking forward to speaking with him some more. I most definitely will get over there and subscribe to his channel with all four of my YouTube accounts. um, the contact book. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think it was the flight log. At least that's what it was listed at. But I may be wrong. That's been a few years ago. But yeah, his contact book, that included some names that most definitely never went to his island. Uh, Deb, yeah, I'm glad you stayed awake also. Thank you. And yeah, my sister is Debbie Parker McGee. She's going to come up here to visit for the weekend next week, uh, on the 14th, I think. And she'll be coming up with her dirty laundry, but we'll be celebrating her birthday. Uh, Blackie, yeah, Blackie, yeah, most definitely. I'm going to Tennessee in August to the Tennessee Wildman Festival. Most definitely. I already got my tickets. Just have to, we have 4 tickets that we bought to get the cheaper rate, and there's one available, and it's $50 for a VIP ticket to the Tennessee Wildman Festival. So if anyone's interested, contact either myself or Cryptid. What is the name of your channel, your account, Mark? Um, Cryptid Search Investigations, CSI. Contact either myself or Cryptid Search Investigations. And, it's, I only have one ticket, one VIP ticket available, and it's $50. So contact either myself or Mark, Cryptid Search Investigations. And that's in August. Offhand, I think it's the 16th. Yeah, August 16th. So, yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few friends who are going to be there, going to be either speaking or set up with a booth. I briefly thought about setting up, renting a booth there also, but I thought, nah, I want to listen to the speakers. That's the main reason why I want to go down there. And if I have a booth, I'm not going to be able to hear the speakers. So, got to splurge. Um, my husband's birthday is a few days before that, and he's interested in coming along, although he will not go to the festival, the conference. He's interested in going, and we just may stop at in Kentucky at the Noah's Ark um, encounter, which we really want to go to. So, um, just to celebrate his birthday. So that should be fun. All right. Yes, anniversary of Elvis's death. That's right, because um, doggone, what's his name? I'm tired and I'm blanking out on names right now. Doggone. Anyway, that thought will return in the middle of the night. Okay, Hillary, you're going to have a booth selling your autograph for an additional fee. You'll even pretend to be my friend. Aw, okay, I'll make sure that I throw in an extra $1 for you, Hillary, so you can pretend to be my friend. Yes, Roger, yeah, most likely they'll give him a table. Well, no, yeah, I know Elvis. No, I was thinking of somebody else who is a Elvis fan and mentioned that it was Elvis week. And he's a musician. He's a Bigfooter. He's a friend. Lives in, I think, Alabama. Not sure. And people on here who knows, let me know, because I'm just going blank. You're going to bring hats? Oh, cool. Yeah, that's right. I think you said you had some hats left over. Thank you, Hillary. Yes, Dale Boswell. I was just drawing a complete blank on his name. But yeah, he mentioned that it's Elvis's, the weekend of his death, too, because he's an Elvis fan. And he was interested in going. But it depends on how he's feeling. So, so we'll see. But I haven't heard back from him yet. But if anyone else is interested, hit me up. Dale is, yeah, he really is. He's a very, very sweet man. I've spoken with him a number of times. Almost met him in 2017 at a camp out. But I think his wife fell and broke her arm, and so she couldn't make it. Well, they couldn't make it. Uh, and so my sister and I, we were renting a cabin in the same area, and because because they backed out, we got their cabin, which was a nicer cabin. Oh, you had an Elvis Presley milkshake today, peanut butter, banana, and bacon. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he sang at the meet and greet. Yeah, he was supposed to go to the meet and greet back in 2017. He was supposed to sing there, and um, I was supposed to sing with him, and I was really looking forward to it. But his wife fell and broke her arm. But and I'm sorry I missed him. Whatever other meet and greets that he's made it to, unfortunately, I haven't been able to make it to. One of these days, though. One of these days. Tullahoma, Tennessee. Yeah. Uh, Dan, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you jumping in. And, hey, Wednesday nights, jump in, jump in. Yeah, next for the next 3 weeks, I will have guests and lined up, and then April's all clear. I'm going to try to get some more guests lined up. You'll be back, okay? Which reminds me, guys, do a Hulk smash that like button, okay? Hulk smash. That's my thing, okay? Or else you'll make me angry. You won't like me if I'm angry, okay? So Hulk smash that thumbs up button, that like button, okay? I appreciate you guys. Tell you what, it's 9:45. I know that my sister's tired, and I appreciate her hanging on. I appreciate all of you, all of you. Thanks, Dan. Thanks. And Hulk riding a zip line to the like button. Yes. Oh my God. um, Good night. So, everyone, you have a good evening, good night, God bless. And if you have a prayer request, send me a message, please, and you'll be in my prayers. All right. Good night. God bless. And Monkey Wench out.